Hey, I'm Ryan Atkins, and I am the Director of Photography and Colorist for Small Change.
Ryan, how'd you get involved in Small Change?
I was approached by the producer, yourself, in, I believe it was December, and you were unsure if I would be interested, if you could afford me. And when I learned what the project, just the story itself, it was hard to really put it down. And I met a great director, Dagna, and people were different all the time, but she seemed to have a real good handle on the story itself. I like to direct things, but not everything we should be able to do. And it was something that I thought I had a good idea for how to photograph 24 frames a second on screen, and just went from there.
How did you feel working with Dagna? Because you guys had to work pretty closely, and I mean there were some challenges between your working styles. How did you feel? Because she has such a clear vision of what she wants.
For me, I don't often work with other people doing another position. I was so used to doing a lot of stuff on my own. So I do my own shooting, then I do my own edits, and then the directing. And the last one I did was my capstone. And that kind of got me more used to delegating a task to somebody else. And working with Dagna, it's just like meeting new people for the first time. You really don't know what to expect. You always hope for the best. But she had a lot of shot ideas that helped in my learning experience. I don't claim to be perfect whatsoever. I think every filmmaker is always trying to learn more. If they say they're not, then they're not being true to their craft. And a lot of the ideas that sometimes it took a while to convey over the ideas just because she had them up in her head, and I'd be interested in seeing what she wanted to put on screen. Once we finally got there, I saw the light many different times, and there were a lot of shots where eventually I'm thinking, wow, I don't think I could have ever thought of that on my own. So,
is there anything from Dagna's technique that you're like, wow, I'm going to steal that? You know how artistic people do.
I think I can say that Dagna is known for dolly shots, and you can overdo it, or you can also underdo it. And a dolly can have a great effect on introducing someone or introducing a scene. And if done right, it can look pretty flippin' sweet.
So you're going to try some dolly shots out?
Definitely.
Ah, cool. Working with children, you have not worked with children in the past very much. How did you feel working with Hannah and working with all the kids, really?
To be honest, it took me a little while to get reacclimated. All of my cousins are mostly all out of high school, so they're all older. So, like you said, don't have much experience working with the smaller kind. But what was nice is Hannah, she warmed up more quickly than I did, and she became kind of like more outgoing, making me feel kind of more comfortable to work with her. And it's nice to know that she gets like a spunky side of her from her mother, Ashley, which we all get along. And
how do you feel about her smacking your butt?
Which one?
Does it Ashley smack your butt?
I don't know.
I meant Hannah.
Hannah, she is just really playful. She makes you feel at home. And when she did, and if she does, it's just in good taste, and it's just
it's like, hey kids,
it's
stop
so
that.
Play. You know, she's really fun to work with, and she does goof off from time to time, but who didn't? I did. You know, my attention span was probably a lot shorter than hers, and it's in the end, it was a lot of fun, and I would love to work with her again. So,
her in specific, or kids in general?
I would have to say her in specific, but I'm getting better with children. I think the more I work with them, the better off I get. And the children at the cafe, they were really, really pretty good. Pretty well behaved, but they were just being themselves. That's what we wanted them to do. And
what is the biggest thing you've learned? Because we've all talked about our challenges. What was the hardest thing to be like, hey, kid, get your head in the game kind of thing?
When I tend to get discouraged on overcoming a tough task, I often say it's not possible. And I'm a hypocrite for saying that, because I'm always the one to say, don't you dare tell me it's not possible, because I will do it. Don't test me. Many movies have had characters say that, playing political figures, things of that nature, and stepping back, getting a plan of action, finding out how to overcome that difficulty, completing that task. That's one thing I learned. Be more creative, but also just taking a step back, whether it was maybe a communication between director to director of photography, whatever the case may be, just taking a step back and looking at things as a whole. So.
Is there anything else that you want to say?
Yeah. Small Change revolves around a little girl who evolves out of being really, really, really poor. And I looked at a lot of inspiration personally. I looked at movies such as The Road, The Book of Eli, and a little bit of the 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later, the kind of look they have. And as much of a difficulty as the weather gave us, it actually played a huge role in making the environment work for us. It was cloudy. Sometimes it was even raining a little bit, which helped. No, the last day of filming was... The last day of anything is usually bittersweet, unless it's the last day of school. Like in high school, you just can't wait to get out, like me. No, that last day was the culmination of everything. Ashley had a pivotal role in the film. Did a great job. The kids did a great job. Everyone was really wrapping things up, and it was a different scene to do, and I wanted to do more of it because I liked the colors and the cinematography that the camera was achieving. And being the last day, it kind of made me appreciate all the filming conditions that we'd had to endure. Because first of all, we were indoors, not having to deal with the weather. The weather outside was, it was freezing many days. Sometimes it was raining, which helped for making, if you're poor, you don't have much, you're going to be really cold. Having to really bundle up. It's cloudy outside. Kind of maybe having a really cloudy day. So in that regard, the weather really helped outside, but being the last day, it just made me really realize the awesome group of people that we have. And I made two close friends, Ashley Gullah and Georgiana Lascu. Never would have expected it. And we made a family from Small Change, which James keeps on congratulating us on. And I often don't latch on like that, but to know that we can be friends within production and outside of that makes production seem like it is your life, and it is my life. And being the last day was just a day for reflection and appreciation of what you went through and the good days to come in post-production.
Good days, right. Are you excited about post, or is it just like, let's watch this movie already?
I do want to watch it. I also like the process of color grading and seeing exactly what the camera photographed. Because I don't remember some of the stuff that we did, because we did quite a bit. And to see it again, to bed and light and add color to it, it's a invigorating experience, and I cannot wait to do it.
Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, hopefully Small Change makes you appreciate the smaller things in life. As a DP, it's supposed to be fairly high contrast. As it must have been an oxymoron as that seems to be. And the environment that we filmed in gives off the impression these people are really doing hard times. But even if you're going through hard times, there's still a daisy that's peeking up out of the grass. There's still a rose out of the thorn bushes. And so even if you're going through rough times, there's always something good that you can look up to, and children are notorious for making you see that, such as with finding a shiny penny. And maybe your mother doesn't see that shiny penny at first, but then when you grow up, you can give that inspiration to other people. So hopefully the film gives you a great visual experience of that. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy the film. We have all worked very hard on it, and we'll see you later. Thanks.